I'm Mike Marshall, Managing Creative Director of Eat, Sleep, Think, and together with events company Freshly Squeezed, we were tasked with designing and delivering a series of unique pop-up events to raise awareness of Age Better in Sheffield's campaign to end loneliness and isolation in the over 50s. We delivered our events to 4 wards in Sheffield that had been identified by Age Better at being at most risk of social isolation. These were Burngreave, Beechheath and Greenhill, Woodhouse and Firth Park. It was obvious from the outset that we needed to go to the people rather than the people come to an event that we'd set up. So we decided to visit places that people needed to go to in order to live their everyday lives. Places such as post offices, pharmacies, local shopping centres, local shops, community centres, and we also visited local events such as Firth Park Carnival and the picnic in the Peace Gardens. Because we were camping up outside these various different places with our pop-up event, we decided to use a VW camper van and graphically wrap it so that people would recognise the brand as we travelled around the city in 2017, revisiting the different wards on several occasions to build that brand recognition. We've handed out over 1,200 goodie bags. We've served over 1,000 hot drinks, cups of teas and coffee, numerous biscuits, and we've connected with thousands of people on our journey through the city. We played fun games such as Spin the Wheel, Lucky Dip, Bingo. On one occasion we even had a magician in Woodhouse. But what we really discovered is that the people of Sheffield really do like a good natter. And it's from these conversations that we uncovered some amazing community spirit, support, warmth and friendliness. We also uncovered quite a few people who were lonely, and we helped support them along the way and put them in touch with Age Better in Sheffield. For example, in Firth Park, we had one lady come up to us asking if there was anything to do in the community. She'd just recently moved, she didn't know anybody, and she was feeling very lonely. And at the time, a lady named Jean was hosting a coffee morning in the library. So one of our volunteers took this lady in, introduced her to Jean, as which Jean went up to her, put her arms round her and said, "Come on love, let's go and have a cup of tea." And for me, that was one of the great stories of the whole events that we were doing, because we were connecting people who were isolated and lonely with local groups that could help and support those people. And we have loads of stories like that. And I think for every single event that we've done, there have been people that we've helped connect to other people and to build on this community spirit that is very, very strong in Sheffield. Another good example is in Woodhouse. We were introduced to a lady named Mary through one of the volunteers at Age Better in Sheffield. And Mary read her poems for the very first time to a group of people, and it was a very personal and very moving experience. And from that experience of her reading to the people in Woodhouse gave her confidence to start reading at some other events that we were hosting around the city. And she became quite a little bit of a celebrity on our journey around Sheffield and the various different wards. Everyone loved the free mugs, especially the fellas at the picnic in the park in Burngreave. We referred a lot of people to Age Better in Sheffield along the way, connecting them to the various different projects involved with the organisation. Overall, it's amazing how people connect over a cup of tea and a custard cream. And we've spoken to people from various walks of life. I've spoken to commandos from the Second World War. I've spoken to people from the Yemen in Burngreave. I've spoken to mechanics and people fascinated with the VW camper van. I've spoken to people from different places in Sheffield that come shopping in the wards because it's easier for them and they can talk to people and connect to people better in these wards than other wards. We've built bridges, we've broken down boundaries. We've really been out there at the sharp pointy end promoting Age Better in Sheffield, and people know now that there is an organisation out there that can help and support them, create their own community schemes and really connect people together in the city. There's a strong awareness now that there's an organisation out there that's helping to end loneliness and isolation, and that Age Better in Sheffield is making our city a place that we're all proud to grow old in.